What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Games at Large. Happy New Year. Glad to be back. Tonight, I got with me Quan,
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
and I also got with me Shadow Fox.
Road Ninja K9 Descent. Let's get it. How y'all doing? Happy New Year.
All right, since it is the new year, decided to start things off with a little bit of positivity. So, games we're looking forward to in 2017. CES was just this past week, and well, the only game I heard about was of any consequence was Mass Effect Andromeda,
Mm-hmm.
which they actually showed a couple minutes of gameplay of. Yeah, that's high on my list
Mm.
so far.
Is that coming out this year though? Is the
March,
question.
March. They put a date on it.
Oh, so it's in production. So they've been working on this probably since 2013. I'm
More
guessing.
than
Mm.
likely, yeah.
Okay.
More than likely. As a matter of fact, I went and put it on my calendar as soon as they gave the date up. It's March 21st for North America.
You know,
Okay.
I'm just curious if they're going to take the narrative in a new direction completely and ignore the past trilogy, or treat some relevance of the past trilogy as a backstory for what's going on in the new galaxy that they're exploring in Andromeda.
Well, they're kind of yes and no. From what I gathered, it's hundreds of years in the future. So to hell with that, to hell with the original trilogy, basically. But they're gonna have remnants of the original trilogy show up in this one. So I don't know what they're doing
Mm.
personally.
Yeah, like people probably talking about the legendary shepherd or something like
Yeah,
that. Maybe at some
yeah,
point.
maybe. But I think that they don't want to write themselves into a hole because they wrote. Let's be honest, the original trilogy they wrote themselves into a hole, and then people got mad at them with three.
No, but the
So
thing is, it was the fact that they exposed what was supposed to be the original ending, and then they got butthurt. EA got butthurt into BioWare to change it, and they only had two writers doing it at the time. So look at what we got.
yeah, so I mean, personally, I thought it was all right because it's like those choose your own adventure books, and there's always an ending. It's just you choose how you get there. The ending was always going to be whatever the ending was for whatever path you decide to take. That's how I took it. As the trilogy was going to be, some people didn't take it like that, so it is what it is. This time, I just hope they don't write themselves to a corner. Me personally, but the gameplay wise, the game looks beautiful. Of course what they showed at CES was PC version, which admittedly on a high end PC, it's going to look way better than anything probably that you probably own personally. So
Yeah. But buy this for Xbox Scorpio.
basically, um, but yeah,
See, this is the Veterans Edition. What's up, yo?
What's
What's
going on?
but yeah, it's one of those situations where I'm actually looking forward to it. I actually moved that from my um, will buy to my day one. So yeah, I'm getting that day one.
Okay.
Uh, other game that I'm looking forward to, Near Automata.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you've been
yes.
posting about that, and
That Platinum Studios, man, they did it to me again.
I haven't touched the original. I have to get to that. That's the only one of those I haven't played.
Let's not talk about the
Mm.
original. Let's not talk about the original. Uh, the thing is, I actually like the way this one actually looks and plays. Demo wise, anyway. The demo is actually a lot of fun. It's up on PlayStation Network if you want to get it.
Okay, I'll
Um,
download it now.
yeah,
Listen, I'm gonna
so
download it right now. Thanks for telling me. I didn't know it was available.
yeah, it is available.
PlayStation app Go.
It is a lot of fun actually. I had fun, and you can see it. It's on the YouTube channel, so just check it out when you have a chance. But it's a lot of fun. I like it. Not that long to get through. You probably get through it in about 30, 40 minutes, depending. So, because you're only playing one level, basically. But I like it. It plays smooth, and then again, I am a platinum. I love Platinum Studios, so they're off the chain.
Yeah, you're kinda.
Yeah, so I pretty much get what they put out just because I love the action games. Um, Shadow, this one was for you.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom Planet 2.
Oh, I'm down. All the way live. So
Yep.
we haven't done that episode yet, but
Yeah, we haven't yet. We haven't.
so the first Freedom Planet was like legit my game of the year. The only problem was I started playing more of the end game of Xenoblade, and I kind of changed Xenoblade Chronicles X because I found new ways to play that game and abuse Infinite Overdrive. Like killing
Shadow.
all the bosses on foot is
I found my box full of games and anime. I finally found it. It was buried on this stuff. So now I got Xenoblade back.
outstanding.
Nice.
I've been
So
feeling for it for months. Sorry, continue.
dedicate about 400 hours. And that will probably be your 2017, 2015 game of the year. But that's kind of what happened to me. But Freedom Planet was really close because I'm one of those self-punishing people. And every time a Sonic game is released, I'm like, they couldn't make it. Yeah, and they're always a little bit short. Like the last great, I want to say, like I could say deserved a 9 or above in my book. Sonic game was Sonic Adventure 2. And the only reason why that is because literally from the last 5 missions of that game pretty much sold the game for me. There were some slow spots in there, but once you start leading up to the chase at the end of that game, that is what Sonic is all about. And to me, that made that the last great one for me, at least in 3D. So when I saw this game being a passion project and it's basically like we want to make Sega Genesis games but not make Sega Genesis games, I saw this, I'm like, okay, I gotta play it. And I was stoked, and I was playing it. I'm like, dude, this is probably the best game I played this year. And it's not just a Sonic game. There's other parts of it that will remind you of, say, Gradius or something like that. Like there's other gameplay aspects to it. And I was pleasantly surprised by essentially an indie game that outperformed a lot of what the later Sonic games did, as far as sense of speed, scale, and just overall badassery. Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to that game. I don't know what the release date is for it now, but
they don't have one as of yet. We just know that it's slated. It's going to hit PC first. It's going to be sometime this year. Some people are rumoring this summer, and then it's supposed to hit Nintendo's whatever, whether it be Wii U or Switch, sometime later this year.
I think out of spite, it should also release on 3DS and Wii U. Out of spite, just because.
I'm with it.
Why not?
I'll get it on all 3 systems. I'm that shameless.
Yeah, just support it. Why not?
Yeah. So I mean, I don't blame you. I like the trailer and the gameplay vids that they put out for Carol and Lilac. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to Freedom Planet 2 because it looks like they upped their move sets. I wasn't the biggest fan of Carol in the game because I guess I just didn't understand her gameplay, but I am a fan of Lilac. Lilac is off the chain, so.
Now, they trolled you for Carol though because they didn't wait to the last second to show the bike. I was like, "Where's the bike?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
and did they ever release the DLC for that? I don't think they did.
They did.
For what's the? It's Carol, Lilac, and what's the other one's name?
Leela.
Leela. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, they did release that. I don't. She's too slow. She's too slow. So
wow.
I just can't. No, I can't do it. She's too slow. That game's too fast and she's too slow. So for me, for my taste anyway, I know that just in case y'all some Mila fans out there, I don't want to, push y'all off. I know how y'all get.
So there's no love at the table for Horizon Zero Dawn. That's actually probably the first game to come out this year.
The reason
No, actually, I actually want that game. Ever since I saw the first trailer, I've been wanting that game. That's on my list.
The reason why Horizon ain't on my list is because I'm not balling, and there's some stuff coming out.
Well, I didn't say I'm getting it on launch. I'm saying I'm gonna get it.
I'm not getting it.
That's that. Oh my God, it's $60.com.
Yeah, I got a bad feeling that Horizon Zero Dawn is not gonna be like. I'm thinking that game's probably
it's not gonna be a hit. You know why?
It'll be $30 in October.
The game looks like they actually worked hard on it, and it seems some originality, which means it's not going to be that popular.
Yeah.
No, I mean, what I'm saying is,
we'll get it at the end of the year for half price.
What I'm saying is, I don't think that's the problem. I think that game's not going to be long. I think that game's going to probably be like 10, 20 hours.
They're just going to try to make it.
I'm going to wait and see what people say first.
Wait. You don't want to download the additional missions DLC?
Hell no. You know, dude, I got Zelda coming. All right, first of all, let me get back to finishing my list out. Because one,
Nintendo alone is
Horizon
gonna
ain't
kill
on
me.
there. Y'all understand
monetarily
why
this
Horizon
year.
ain't on there once y'all hear the rest of this list.
Okay.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not playing Horizon Zero. Even if I do get it, I won't play it till about July or August at the earliest.
Looking at some of the later footage and screenshots of this game, I think they Xenobladed this game. I'm starting to think that every inch of this game is packed.
Yep. So that's why I'm not. That's why I'm trying to hurry through a lot of my action adventure games right now because I'm gearing up for Zelda. So
One thing I hope that that Nintendo does with the Zelda is this: put more diversity in their bestiary. Because so far I've seen moblins and whatnot, not too much variety. You know what I'm saying? Choo-choos and the full nine. I want to see more like older type of creatures being brought back and revived from other parts of the series.
why you don't like the moblins, man? What are the moblins?
I like
Yeah,
variety,
yeah,
dude.
moblins.
Dude, I love
There's
variety.
going to be P hats. I mean, that was at the beginning, so
There better be a P hat.
yeah, it's in the trailer. It was in the original trailer, so it should be.
They're gonna be their version of the monsters that's always been in Zelda.
I want to see more of a variety because they have an extensive bestiary that they need to take advantage of. That way, since you have an open landscape, you can sit here and see different species taking residence in certain climates.
Yeah,
I
but
think-
some species ain't supposed to. May not,
Yeah,
some species may not supposed to be around.
but
We don't know what time this actually takes place.
In the treehouse when it was Bill Trina and the other guy, they showed like 4 or 5 different creatures just in that 1 hour they were playing the game.
Oh, and do you know the game Gothic?
Nope.
And there's a reason I'm bringing it up.
That was a while ago.
I would like to see the bestiaries attack each other as well as coming after Link. You know what I'm saying? To give some type of like ambience to life.
I think that was hinted at.
because
that was hinted at in that trailer from the video game awards.
Yeah, they started a war with
them into
like rival
fighting.
moblins.
Yep.
I mean they've been doing that a lot because they've done that in you can do that in Final Fantasy 15. I do that all the time in Xenoblade just so I can save myself. So I mean you can make it. I think that's becoming like a standard now, kind of with like big open world games making enemies fight each other.
Yeah, but I love Gothic's approach to it because it seems more fluid, more natural. I don't know if you ever played that game. It's a German game and it's pretty
That
decent
was
PC game.
I don't
That
know.
was a
what
while
is.
ago. That was like 2002, 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hot minute ago. Yeah, that probably.
Yeah, I never played that, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I remember that game. I remember that game being talked about back then. It was in all the magazines and stuff when it was first revealed or whatever. I remember talk of that game.
Okay. All right, and like it is for you, Tales of Berseria.
What?
I love this game. I love this series, man. I had to put it on the list.
It's a Tales
why
game.
not? Why
Yeah,
not?
it's a Tales
You
game.
know, it's a Tails game. Yeah, it's a Tails game. You know, I'm gonna get it for my PC when it comes out. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, by now there's like two game series. I'm gonna get off top without any questions being asked. Legend of Zelda and Tales. So,
Isn't Symphonia the best-selling Tales game?
which one?
Symphonia.
Yeah, Symphony still
Yeah.
is.
Well, why won't?
Because it's the best game I've played out of the series to date, personally.
So that should be proof of the
Bias.
pudding right there, right? That should be on Nintendo hardware, right?
Ask Bandai Namco.
Yep. It
Ask
should
them.
be.
Because they wouldn't put it on Sony.
One of my favorite GameCube games, hands down.
You know, he don't care about that because they did that with. I still see what they did with Tales of Grace. That was kind of effed up.
Yep. You gotta ask Bandai Namco about that. And I actually like Tales of Graces. That was a fun game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Tales games, I just don't understand. Like they come out on platforms that do well that aren't necessarily Nintendo hardware, and they still don't do as well as one of Nintendo's quote unquote weak selling hardware, because everybody called the GameCube a failure, whatever.
Yeah.
So 1.5 million copies on the GameCube. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. And I don't know what these other games are selling, but obviously they ain't lighting up the charts if they're not showing up on Chart Track or whatever. I don't know if Dengeki still tracks sales anymore, but yeah, if it's not selling in Japan and that's one of the places it should be selling, I don't know why they're choosing to avoid the platform where they had success.
Like I said again, as Jay just said, I asked them because it's weird because Tales of Grace. The story of Tales of Grace, right, Shadow?
Well, it was on the Wii in Japan. It never got localized here, right?
It got localized, but it never came to the Wii. It came to PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got localized shipped to PS3 when Nintendo fans asked about it. Bandai Namco said ask Nintendo of America. When they asked Nintendo of America said ask Bandai Namco.
because I have maybe they pitched to have Nintendo pay for the localization and they said no.
Well, another problem was they gave us that rushed Tales of Symphonia 2 Dawn of the New World. That game was rushed and it was not good. You could tell it was rushed because the team that worked on the original Tales of Symphonia actually worked on Tales of Vesperia.
Yeah,
they had nothing to do with Dawn of the New World.
I did like the battle engine though. It was different.
I like the game. I'm the only one who be in a different model, y'all. I love the Tales of the New Dawn.
Dawn of the New World. I like the battle.
Dawn of the New World was okay. I just didn't like. I knew it was rushed, and I didn't appreciate that.
Yeah,
I did not appreciate that because they didn't have to rush that game to make a good game. They could have did something with it, but that's neither here nor there. But the Dawn of the New World did not sell at all.
No, it didn't. Clearly,
that was one of the reasons. I think personally that Nintendo said like, no, we're not going to back Tales of Graces. But when people asked, both sides said ask the other one.
Yeah, you can't phone it in, man. Like, why?
But they say go ahead, sorry.
I like people think that people that own Nintendo hardware are like dumb or something. Like, if you phone it in, like nobody's gonna buy it, just like they wouldn't buy it on any other platform. Nobody's.
Yeah, I mean,
to answer your question, Jay, it was on Namco's side that basically hold it back. It was not on America because they did also another game and did the exact same thing. They made it on the Wii, and then when it came over here, it went on PlayStation and didn't. That was not
what I was saying was when people asked, both sides said ask the other one.
Yeah, and that doesn't make any sense to me because at that point there were 80 million Wiis out there. Like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, and that's what people were saying. Like, why didn't we get? Because when they found out that because Tales of Graces F got
the Wii was a fad and nobody played RPGs on the Wii. Come on.
Yeah, so that came out in Japan first, and then people were like, are we getting it over here? That's when Bandai said ask Nintendo. People went to ask Nintendo of America, and then Nintendo of America said ask Bandai Namco.
At that time, there were 40 million Wii consoles in the United States alone.
Yep.
Well, hell, don't forget you had DS was selling like crazy, and then you had Nuni Kuni that was on a DS, and it tore it over.
Yeah, we didn't get hardly into the other Tales. I don't think we got any of them.
I remember.
I don't think there are any Tales games on the DS. Not on the.
No. I know. Yeah, they have on the 3DS.
There's on the 3DS. I don't know of any on the DS.
No, they have some on the DS. It's Tales of the Tempest, Tales of Innocence, and it was another one.
But it ain't came from America.
Yeah, so there's like 3 of them on the DS that never came over here.
Oh, that's why I didn't know of it. I rarely mess with titles that isn't brought to the States because I'm going to torture myself.
He's just going to what Jay and I is saying. It's just that's the inconsistency of things. It's like it makes no sense when you got the most popular platform and you can make the money, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is at this point. That's why I'm like, okay, wherever y'all gonna get it at, I'll get it there. Then you want to put it on PlayStation? Fine, I'll get it on PlayStation. I don't have a gaming rig, so I can't get it on PC. So I'm like, all right, I'll get it on PlayStation then. If that's what I got to do, that's just what I got to do. So
you think they should bring back Tales of Destiny?
You don't stand up for your rights, my friend. Shame on you.
Okay, yeah, whatever. And and I can't. How can I forget the game that I was going to get in December of last year, but it got pushed back? South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
Oh Lord.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about that game. I need to put that on my alert.
That's on my list for the simple fact that they go at DC and Marvel and do not care.
Oh my god, yeah, they totally.
They called both of them out in their trailer twice. I'm picking that game up day one.
We gotta shut that down before it's too late.
Yeah. Off that alone, I'm picking that game up just because they win at both Marvel and DC, like just because. And if you think I'm lying, people, check out the trailer. It's still on YouTube. They have not taken that trailer down. It's hilarious. Gotta love Cartman. But other than that, those are the only ones that I know of that are supposed to be hitting out in the first and second quarter of this year. Everything else, I don't know. We're supposed to get Assassin's Creed supposed to come back this year. Supposed to be Assassin's Creed Egypt, but I don't know. They haven't put a date to it, or that's just rumored. Supposed to come out this year. Who knows? At this point, there's a lot of other stuff that's rumored, but I'm trying to get out of the habit of saying anything about stuff that's rumored. I kind of hate that. It got out of hand with the rumors.
I don't know. I mean, it worked pretty well for Game Explain.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Hey, I love that channel, but they've in the last year and some. Oh my god.
Well, a lot of people did that just because they wanted to be your boy Denzel said it best. They wanted to be first. To say something about they just wanted to be first.
Yep.
They didn't care if they were right.
You're the best of BS.
Yeah. So, I mean, at that point, it is what it is. So.
Yep. Remember, as JJ says, yep. Denzel said it better with Mark Twain's quote. You don't read the paper, you're uninformed. You read the paper, you're misinformed. So that's what gaming news has been now.
It's news in general, unfortunately.
Yeah, news in general.
But that's beyond the scope of this podcast.
Then I'm just formed.
And all I really want is that Power Rangers game on Xbox One and PS4. That original Power Rangers game.
Wow.
Yes, people, they are making a Power Rangers game. It's on I forgot what the name of it is. It's based off the original run. So it kind of reminds me of the SNES game. So it's kind of like a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Isn't that what they're doing with the new movie?
No,
they're going back to the beginning with the new movie.
With the new movie.
What's the game you're talking about?
It's the Power Rangers game, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Wait. There's a Mighty Morphin.
Yeah, the reboot.
Yeah, it's
Saban's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah, if you go
Not
on,
Disney's.
If you go on Xbox Live, if you look at upcoming games, because I think it's supposed to drop this month, you'll see it. It's the original like first two seasons. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It reminds me it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up, and it reminds me a lot of the SNES game.
Like okay.
I enjoyed and hated those games at the same time.
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna pick that up purely for nostalgia purposes. It's probably gonna suck, but I'm still gonna get it anyway.
Wow.
Hey.
I didn't even know this was a thing. I need to turn my Xbox on more.
No, I was just looking because I always go on Xbox Live just to see what's gonna be the games with gold for the month.
Oh, gotcha.
And that's where I saw it. I'm like, okay, yeah, this might have to get picked up.
I need to start taking advantage of that too, actually.
Yeah, because I missed a couple games that I didn't have, and if I would have did, I would have had them for free. So yeah because it's because I had a site that I used to go to that did a pretty good job of updating that, but the guy took his site down, so I had to do it
unfortunate.
Manually now, so I had to keep up with it. So yeah.
Okay.
And that's pretty much how I found that. But that was all that I had for stuff that was my list. Anybody got anything that they're looking forward to?
You mentioned Platinum, but you didn't mention their game for the Xbox One.
Yeah, Mom.
Yeah, cause I don't Scalebound because I don't know if it's nobody's saying nothing.
So you think that might be a 2018?
Nah, I'll say something. I'll say something. Other than, I mean, I think it'll come out at least later this year, if anything. But I mean, I played the game when I was over in Japan. It's pretty solid. So I'm looking forward for it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And that is a day one, but I don't. The reason why I didn't say anything is because every time I go to look to see if it has like a date to it, it still has to be announced on it.
Got you.
I don't know if that's 2018. All I know is the last tweet I read from Kanye, he was pissed off because apparently he had some videos that was ready to be released and they wasn't released. So
that was for E3, or is that for the XO whatever that they're supposed to be doing?
No, that was for Scalebound.
I'm saying, but for what would the videos are supposed to release on the Xbox website, or it's supposed to be for E3 at some point, or another event?
The first one was supposed to be for E3 and they didn't do it. The other one was supposed to be, I guess, for the website, for the for Xbox Live, I guess. I don't know, but I know y'all know he's active on Twitter, and he said something. He made a point about it then, and I'm like, okay. So I don't know when it's going to come out. I hope it comes out this year, but I'm not holding my breath if it don't, and neither is my financial portfolio.
Buy futures now. Buy futures. Future stocks.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. That's the one reason why you'll never hear me complaining about when stuff get delayed. I'd be like, "Thank you, Jesus," because I don't know how I'm gonna get this.
I'm on the same boat myself, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man.
Well, I already mentioned mine. Horizon Zero Dawn. I already mentioned that. It was being my first and foremost. I think the Uncharted spinoff comes out this year. I don't know why they would show a spinoff if it isn't ready. Because typically something like that, you kind of want to develop that internally for a while before you show it to anybody. If it's not a major franchise like Uncharted 5, right? They could have showed the logo for that in December, and we wait another 3 years for another one. But for a spinoff, like that, kind of has to be ready. So I have some type of faith that might make it before December. Other than that, it's pretty much everything everybody else echoed, with the exception of the elephant in the room that's going to be around in September or October, and that is the next season of Killer Instinct, which goes without saying is happening.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah, it's a foregone conclusion, complete with 2 extra characters missing.
Don't talk about Killer Instinct around me. I'm heartbroken. I'm stuck for the next couple of months. So. Don't. I'll explain later.
When I tell you that has to be the most complete product for a free title I've ever played in my life, like I don't know how you buy Xbox One and don't download this. I really don't, because at this point it's like, even if you are moderate at fighting games, just playing the single player stuff alone, there's way too much stuff to do. Like you can't sit there and say there's not enough content for this game, especially if you're just now doing it. Like there's too much for me, and I've been following it since 2013.
Shadow Lords for the win.
Exactly. So it's way too much stuff going on. I'm sorry. If anybody's listening to this right now live, if you have an Xbox One and don't have this downloaded, what is wrong with you? Go do it. Like I would say at least pay something. It's free, but I would say at least pay something towards it for what you're getting.
Yeah. All I would say is this only proves to me that if Microsoft does not release a Jet Force Gemini 2 at some point in time, I will be upset with them.
Don't worry, they'll release it for the Nintendo Switch since it's technically portable.
You are holding on to hope that Microsoft will let
let me explain this to everybody in the room that didn't understand the trolling I was doing on Google Plus, right? So way back when, back in 2002, when Microsoft cut this deal, right? Rare was no longer available to develop console games for Nintendo. They didn't say anything about portable, so Rare developed and sometimes published close to 10 games for both the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, believe it or not, and the Nintendo DS after the fact. Nintendo Switch is kind of technically a portable, and that deal never stopped as far as I know. So what's Rare doing nowadays? Really? They have the pirate game that supposedly, I don't know how long they've been working on that. And I don't think they have any other projects really in the pipeline. They didn't develop Killer Instinct at all.
Yeah, they had nothing to do with it.
Absolutely nothing to do. They didn't even know it was happening. So at this point, what else is in their wheelhouse right now? And I put it this way. If it happened, I'll just have a little smile on my face. I know it's not going to happen, but if it did, you heard it here first. So it kind of fits the special case.
The only way I could ever see something like that happening is if Masahiro Sakurai goes over to Microsoft and pulls some voodoo and gets him in the next Smash Bros. That's all.
I'm just saying, if
you can get caught in.
If the paparazzi finds a photo of Ken Lobb standing outside of Redmond, Washington Nintendo headquarters, do not be surprised if you find 007 or Killer Instinct on Nintendo Switch. Just saying.
That would be funny. That would be fun. That would be funny. I wouldn't mind seeing that personally. But there is one game I actually forgot to mention, and that's Yooka-Laylee. How could I forget that?
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Yooka-Laylee. Now that is supposed to come out this year. From what I understand, I don't know what time, but it is supposed to drop this year. But yeah, Yooka-Laylee.
Yep.
Can I name one more obvious thing that we probably didn't mention?
Which one?
Halo 6.
Is that supposed to be this year?
That goes without saying. Halo 5 came out
2 years ago.
It came out last year, right? Not 2015, right?
2015.
Yeah, so it's due. It's due.
I think Halo Wars 2 is coming out, but I don't think Halo 6 is.
I don't think 6 is.
We might. I don't know. Depends on.
That game is not a 2-year development cycle thing.
Yeah, that's more of a 4-year.
Well, Halo 2 was 2 years. From Halo 1 to Halo 2 was 2 years.
Do you know how games now take? No.
Well, 3 was different because it went from SD to HD, so that took a hot minute. And Halo 4 came out when? When did that come out? 2012, maybe.
Yep. So it's going to be at least 3 years.
Halo 3 came out in 2008, right?
I just realized
2007.
2008.
Nobody mentioned Wise Origin.
Yeah, it came out in 2007 because it came out the same year Metroid Prime 3 came out.
Okay. So yeah, 2007 there.
Yeah.
So it's pretty big gap for quite a few of them. So it went from 2 years to like 4.
Well, it just depends because 343 is over now, not Bungie. So
yeah, and then you had the Halo Reach and all that stuff in between. So
yeah, and all other stuff that I didn't care about. Yeah, so you had that technical strategy game that was
Just give me a port of Oni. I'll play that again.
Yeah. Oh, Oni. Yo, but let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. So you guys mentioned Freedom Planet. I would like to see Epic Games make a revival of Jazz Jackrabbit. No, I'm serious. I'm not trolling either. I'm being honest. I want to see a revival of that.
People troll Cliffy B about that so much. Every time he's interviewed, somebody drops that hammer on him, and he just laughs.
I want Earthworm Jim in full glory.
Oh, wow.
Earthworm Jim would be pretty cool. 2D or 3D.
Yeah.
A Perfect Dark that actually is Perfect Dark, not that piece of trash that came out over there on.
Talking about Perfect Dark Zero.
Yeah. The pain.
That's the parallax mapping demo. It's okay. It's all right. It is currently the best $5 parallax mapping demo that you could ever buy. It's great. It's
that game with a passion.
Look at the lighting on the walls, though. It's great.
Oh Lord!
Until you run into all the marvelous screen tearing.
Yeah.
Oh man, they don't believe in VSync, do they?
No, not at all. I think I saw one torn frame when I was playing online in Smash Brothers in 1080p. I think I saw one.
I mean, most times, like when we were playing the other night, Shadow, we only hit lag once. If it was like for maybe 2 seconds.
Maybe 2 seconds, if that.
Yeah. That was it.
And for all intents and purposes, let me make this announcement as well. My Nintendo systems are not connected via Ethernet. Let that be known.
Yeah, mine isn't either. So we were both on wireless. Other systems are, but the
yeah, they have gigabit, so why not? Yeah, that's why I plug them up because they're gigabit, and their wireless is slower than Nintendo's. I found for whatever reason.
I'm also going wireless, and as far as the Wii U, I got it wireless. But as far as like my little Steam thingy that they sit up here and have, where you play with the controller, I got that sucker wired because there's too much input lag otherwise. There's too much input lag otherwise. The Steam Link.
My PC is wired just because I have other stuff installed on it, and that's a little too chatty. So I try to control the packets.
The PC I keep wired because I want to actually take advantage, fully of the speed that I got that I pay for. You know what I'm saying?
I wire everything just because. I mean, my Wii U didn't really need it at first, but once I started playing like Splatoon all the time with you guys and Mario Kart 8, I was like, to play it safe, I'll put an Ethernet through. But y'all didn't have no issues?
Nah, I've never had an issue with Splatoon. I've never had an issue with Mario Kart. I've only had the one issue with Smash Brothers, but that was with Shadow, but it didn't last that long.
That reminds me, we need to do another Smash Night soon.
Yeah,
we need to. I tried to get one going, but only Jay showed.
Okay, well, I'm trying to get back active in the group again, so maybe we could I could see if I can drag some people with me and we could have some fun.
BYOB.
All right.
BYOR. Bring your own rum.
Bring your own rum. Yes.
Exactly.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Alcoholics at Large.
Next week.
That's not true.
Not this week.
I only drink 6 days a week. So, got to take a break.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, like as far as like the year is concerned, there isn't like as far as like because a lot of the games that are supposed to be hitting we don't know about because of the simple fact that everything's been pushed back. Because most of these games coming out in the first half of this year is pushbacks from last year.
Well, and then there's the entire Nintendo Switch lineup too, which is shrouded in secrecy. So
which we will be finding out Thursday, hopefully.
Yes.
And continuing on Friday.
Yeah.
So
you saw them idiots acting the fool on Twitter. They were like, "Oh my god, they pushed it back." No, you idiot.
Man,
this
so many people.
Treehouse post show.
So many people. I'm gonna log into certain IP addresses, and then I'm gonna make sure I go into WordPress, and I'm gonna watch how the version numbers increase rapidly for all these people with these blog sites for these rumors. It's gonna be like blog version 19 for this page. I promise you that so many revisions are gonna happen. It's like, but I promise you, back in 2012, I said it was going to be this. I promise you. Look up there. You can see it's there. And I see that's version 12, and I see the date that you posted it. Okay. But
so somebody.
That's because the internet failed, and I had to the internet failed me, and I had to re-upload my information. That's why the date changed.
Okay? Yeah, I completely took down my channel. Just. Oh man, I swear this, and they just come out the woodworks too. They're just like, well, they've been right with stuff in the past. What do you mean by the past? Oh, the last 3 months. Oh, okay, but you mean right after a whole bunch of other people had talked about it in a forum thread? Oh, okay.
There's a balance to life. We can't all be critical thinkers.
This is true. Well, before we get out of here, I just want to let you guys know. Thursday, we will be doing a play-by-play for the Switch presentation. If you go on Nintendo's channel, they do have the site up. They let you know what time it is. It's going to be 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we're probably going to be starting somewhere between 10:30, 10:45 Thursday.
Okay, that's perfect. I'm home, so.
The Friday presentation is going to happen like in the morning time, so I'm going to be at work, so I know a lot of other members are going to be at work too, so we're probably not going to do that one live. We'll just do that one Friday night sometime and give our thoughts on that presentation as well. So 2 presentations back to back, theoretically, and we should have the information straight from the horse's mouth instead of Rumor Central and
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry. People will look at it and then come up with their own ideas and then change it around and then talk as if they know something that Nintendo didn't present. Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. I'm not supposed to say that out loud.
Those 2 days, those people will be nowhere to be found on the internet.
yeah,
Complete blackout.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gonna probably be a blackout.
They're gonna
But-
pop up either Saturday or Sunday though, in full swing, playing stupid for the stupid stuff they said, and trying to be creative about it. You'll see.
All I want is a release date when I can pre-order and when that Zelda game hits.
I want
And when is my freaking Bayonetta amiibo gonna drop?
I want a racing game of some sort, a platformer, and that's it. Everything
No,
else I care for, I know is
I
coming.
want
So
my
I'm not sweating it.
Bayonetta and Cloud amiibo. I
Yes,
promise
yes,
that.
yes. They need.
They
need
have to
bring
talk
it up.
that.
They
They
have to talk about that.
Because if Platinum Studios does one more picture teasing me about that damn Bayonetta amiibo,
But you know what? At this
there's like
point,
little tease shots of the amiibo.
that
I'm
pretty
just-
much confirms what is being developed for at this point.
I'm just looking forward to the remaining Zelda amiibos to drop.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
I'm
well,
pretty
we
sure
know your
there's probably
LOZ
be some kind of
for the
bundle.
amiibos.
There'll probably be some kind of bundle along with it, but we'll just have to wait to see. I'm hoping that happens. They tell us the release date of that either Thursday or Friday. It just depends.
Kid Icarus amiibo, a new one, redesigned, and an announcement of a new Kid Icarus game on the Switch.
That would be cool.
Yeah, we can talk about that on Thursday though. But that's pretty much what we got planned on the docket for Thursday and Friday. So, oh man, before we go, Shadow, got anything you want to pimp out?
So Game of the Year stuff is still coming. I got a lot of editing to do. Shadowcast 26 is still coming. Editing that as well, and it'll be uploaded forthcoming. Also, Thursday we'll be doing the Nintendo Switch stuff, and I would like to say to everyone not to temper your expectations, but know who Nintendo is. Literally think
for
about
real.
it. Know who Nintendo is, and then with that in
Don't get mad
mind,
at them for
watch what you
being
watch.
themselves.
I will be happy. Hopefully, you will too. And that's all I got.
All right, a Liger.
Well, kind of like Shadow, I have stuff coming up too, but sad but true. I ended 2017 with a loss of brain cells, and I have to open it with a super loss of brain cells. I just put up a video a while ago that basically, a lot of people already don't start watching it, about IGN, and holy smokes. They don't fit. But I will say this, like I said before, I apologize for the people who are hearing this because it is a loss of brain cells. Your brain will hurt when you hear some of the hypocrisy. But the ending, I think I did good. The ending is worth it. And some people already commented and said that the ending is pure gold. So at least I give you a little something to numb the pain.
Okay.
I
Shep,
refuse to comment on IGN. I refuse.
there's no point.
Shameless. Okay, let's see. Shameless. I'm actually putting some time aside this week. There should be at least 2 new contents on my channel by Saturday, Sunday at the latest. I don't want to put a date sooner and disappoint people, but I've been excited. I've been making some changes, so let's see what happens. I will admit, one of those videos will be a live video. So, I mean, if you have no interest in philosophy and life talk and all that other stuff, you're probably going to be bored. But the other one's going to be about gaming, so that's it.
All right, Quan.
Well, I think I'm finally ready to, after all this long time, to drop a video.
Oh, we need to do a collab too soon, Quan, by the way.
Oh,
So,
definitely, most definitely. And I'll be appearing on this podcast as well as Live and Levels podcast as well.
Oh,
And
okay.
whoever else wants to invite me. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be
Shadowcast.
there you go. I got to bounce I'll be bouncing all over the place.
Yes, make it
One
happen.
more thing. We got to give a shout out to our brothers that we finally found out that he's all right and everything's going good. So shout out to Triple M. Keep it
Yeah.
holding.
Yes.
Okay.
And he finally got his care package.
I know, right?
About damn time.
I know, right? Jeez.
We need to do a veteran edition too. Just the jarhead and the no good piece of crap army guy who thinks he
Oh,
can roll with the
God.
jarheads.
Okay. And with that being said, we'll have to plan for that one. But we'll see you guys back here on Thursday night and Friday. So that's Thursday at 11, but we'll probably be starting sometime between 10:30 and 10:45 before the presentation actually starts. It's scheduled to be about an hour, so I'm guessing it's probably gonna be anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour. So live from Tokyo, Nintendo Switch presentation. We'll see you guys then. Peace.
Whatever's
Peace.
clever.
Wise
Green.
Origin, check it out.
Green Bay, please beat Dallas for me. I appreciate it.